Hey everybody, it's Mark, DoctorDeadwax. Time for After the Dig 19. This is going to be like part 2, or just a continuation of, I doubt I'll get through it all, of stuff I found locally, dealers, shows, stores, kijiji or Craigslist, that kind of stuff, trades, friends, all over the map. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here. I just got home from the gym. I'm having a nice Nitro milk stout. Went and walked a couple miles. Today is Halter Day. I don't know. You shave your chest. They hook you up to a whole bunch of electrodes, and you carry a little recorder around, and they monitor your heartbeat for 24 hours. And then in a month's time, I go to the doctor, and hopefully he tells me everything's still looking good. If you've had a stroke or a heart attack or anything like that, you kind of do this once a year. And today's my day, so cheers. This is just like gauze or tissue paper to make the strap out of sandpaper. So, just going to keep working through it. First up is a record I know nothing about, but I grabbed it because it looked interesting. This is Grapefruit, around Grapefruit. Look how they've got a spoon here that's a person, and over here they got a cigarette. It's like an ashtray. I don't know what the hell this is. This is on Dunhill. I picked this up. I don't remember quite what I paid for this actually, but I think it was 10 bucks. And just totally near mint. It's one of those things. It just looked. Do I buy that for 10 bucks? I don't know what the hell it is. I don't have time or access to the internet to look it up. Just buy it. So I did. And I don't know. I haven't cleaned it. I haven't listened to it. Eventually I'll get around to that. Hopefully before I die, if not in the afterlife. Next is Shirley Scott, Soul Searching. This is Prestige 7133 or 7173. This was $45 is the sticker on it. I did not pay that. I paid like $4 or $5 for this. But I was really happy to get this. This is an original Bergenfeld, New Jersey, yellow label, deep groove, and the record is like in near mint condition. So, like $4 or $5 for an original Prestige. Sweet! Next is a record I probably paid too much for. This is Bigfoot. Don't know what the hell this is, but they all have feet. But I did pay 16 bucks for this. It's one of those things where you're out and you're having a good day and you found a whole bunch of cheap stuff and you're like, I don't know what, again, and I don't know what this is. This was in like total near mint condition, covers in beautiful condition. I thought, I don't know, is this psych? Is it psych pop? Is it blues rock? Is it garbage? I don't know, but I took a chance, you know. A whole bunch of the stuff I got that day was $2, so one thing at that price that's a total blind buy. Next is Steve Reich, The Desert Music. This was $7. Gatefold. I love Steve Reich. If you watch the channel, you know I buy anything he has. This is an Editions EG. Sorry, not an Editions EG. This is a Quiax. It's see-through. There's a cat there. In this house, there's this cat everywhere. Yeah, so see-through. Quiax, probably Wakefield Warner. If it has the WW and the dead wax. Yeah, Master Disc RL. SRC. No, it's not a Wakefield Warner. That's interesting. It's an SRC. So SRC apparently pressed Quiax vinyl too. Master disc RO both sides. So, and this is a none such. And I have none suches that are Quiax that are pressed at Wakefield Warner. So SRC, wow. Learn something every day. Probably learned it the day I bought it. It's probably part of the reason why I bought it, but I have no memory of that. I'm like a goldfish. Next is Hugh Masekela is alive and well at the whiskey. I got this for, can I get that up there? That was $11. What a weird price, $10.99. This is on Uni, and this is dead mint in shrink. Just a little hole punch down here. Bobby Z would even possibly put this in his collection. I love Masekela. This is the good period. The Uni period, I think, is really strong. I like what he did in that period. Next is Ayers Rock Beyond, $2. And on A&M, that label, I think it might be a little later. I've shown that before. I think I have a white label promo of that. That might be my third copy of that, but for $2, why not? And that's kind of prog, jazz fusion kind of stuff. Next, I'm sure I've shown this before too. Don Pullen, Tomorrow's Promises. This is it's not a white label promo, but it's a radio station promo because that's the timing strip. This was $2. Did I say that already? Standard Atlantic label. How could I not buy that? Bags and Flutes. This was $2. This is an original Atlantic mono. Milt Jackson with Fran West and Bobby Jasper. Actually, I don't want to say it's an original. I'm not 100% sure of that. This might have an earlier label, but this is the purple and red. I'll have to like research that a bit, and when I listen to it and show it in a out of the inbox, I'll know exactly what it was. But $2 for that, and this is. It's not near mint. It's got a couple scuffs or a few light scratches. I'm hoping they don't tick, but $2 for, like, if that plays clean or near clean, that's a stunning deal for an OG jazz pressing. Next is the compositions of Dizzy Gillespie. I have no Dizzy Gillespie in my collection until now, and I've been okay with that. I'm not a massive Dizzy Gillespie fan. I'm not. He's bop. I'm more hard bop and beyond. So, but he's great. So I'm happy to pick up an original Riverside for $2. This doesn't have Dizzy Gillespie on it. This is a series, the Jazz Master Composer series on Riverside. And again, it's a black label Riverside, so I'm pretty damn sure that's OG. And this has got some, some light scratches on it. Put it somewhere between VG and VG Plus, depending on how it plays. I'm assuming it's going to play with a little bit of noise, but it's $2, and it's a jazz record. And, it has compositions by Dizzy that are covered by other people. For example, the first track is Groovin' High with Cannonball Adderley, Milt Jackson, Wynton Kelly, Percy Heath, and Art Blakey. Like, the lineup on this stuff is incredible. Second one is Con Alma with Les Band, Julius Watkins, Tommy Flanagan, Sam Jones, Lewis Hayes. Third song, Anthropology, Barry Harris, Lonnie Hillier, Charles McPherson, Ernie Farrell, Clifford Jarvis. Fourth song, Tour de Force, Junior Mance, Les Band, Henry Grimes, Grady Tate. Other players on here are Johnny Griffin, Kenny Drew, Philly Joe Jones, Eddie Jefferson, Bobby Timmons, and Nat Adderley, Johnny Griffin. I mean, phenomenal lineup. So, and not only do I get a record of people playing Dizzy stuff, I also get a Dizzy record, which I'm just thrilled to get. This is $2. This was on Verve. This is a little, but I'm pretty sure this is one of Dizzy's greats. How Trumpet Will Excite. And the record is, if I remember correctly, this is pretty damn clean. This is definitely VG Plus. It might be bordering on near mint. And I never see these Verves, this Verve label. I'm not sure if this is an original. I know very little about the Verve label because it's a kind of a hard label because they put out a slightly different black label and they literally used it for like 25 years, and the only thing that really changed was the weights and stuff. But I finally got, I think this is one of the great Dizzy records, so for $2 I'm glad they're going to pick this up. My Heart Belongs to Daddy, My Man, Moonglow, St. Louis Blues, Woody and You, Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams, There Is No Greater Love, I Found a $1 Million Baby in the 5 and 10 store. 5 and 10 cent store. So anyway, that's 10:30. I didn't get through them all, but we'll do one more. 24 Karat Hits, another Hugh Masekela. I don't think this one's going to be as good. This was $2. This is 2 records. Gatefold. This is put out on Verve as well. And this is the Verve I'm talking about. This label they used forever. And they even used a blue label of that for their, I think, their rock division. Zappas are on that. But this one I don't think is going to be as great. This is, I think, earlier stuff that was more him covering more standard pop tunes, because like there's Along Comes Mary and California Dreamin' and Norwegian Wood. This could be great. It could be weak. I have one of his earlier records, Hugh Masekela's next album, which I definitely would not recommend unless you like that kind of 60s loungy, hipstery pop music done by Hugh Masekela. So that's it. We'll call it a day there. Oh, we'll do one more. Ben Webster, Duke's in Bed. This is on Black Lion, but it's a German pressing. And I'm not quite sure what this was, but it was 99 cents. But I'm not sure if this is trad jazz, like swing, or like that kind of New Orleans jazz, or if it's later. Often the stuff on Black Lion is more early, pre-bop jazz. So 12, 20, that's it, everybody. I'll get to the rest of these next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers. Keep the record spinning.